Uh, Alright, so here we are on day 6. I am really fucking tired right now. It is 3:52 a.m. and I feel kind of dirty too. I feel really dirty. I took my dog out. He's right there for a walk like 3 times today. And it's freaking about to be 4. It's June 5th. And man, I'm tired. As soon as I finish this, I think I'm just gonna knock out. But before that, yeah, day 6 is complete, and I mean, at this point, the days kind of are just going by now. I never thought I like feel like days would go by fast when I'm sober. It feels kind of reminds me of my normal self. I don't know. I still feel sort of high. Um, Well, it's a different kind of high, I guess. It's kind of like I remember what it used to be like to be high, and I can kind of just channel that. I don't know. I don't even care about being high anymore, to be honest. I said I was gonna do 50 days, but at this point, why not just let it last forever? But let's get to 50 first, and then we'll see. But yeah, man, I mean, luckily, a lot of world events are happening that are like distracting me, that are like kind of reinforcing me to continue this pledge. Like there's stuff going on in Arizona. There's stuff going on in the government, of course. I'm actually a big political guy. I look into things far and wide, however crazy far out or however just close to home. Like I really like Jordan Peterson. Listen to his talks. Jordan Peterson really reinforced this concept of personal responsibility to me and just being the best you can be, the alpha or whatever you want to call it. Just stand your ground. I had a friend call me today asking me if he wanted to hang out. I didn't really have that much reception, but first thing I automatically told him was like, I'm busy. But since there was bad reception, I guess he didn't hear me. He was like, "What? You're chilling?" Because that's usually what I would always say back then. I would always say, "Oh, I'm chilling," which would be sort of like the okay sign, like, "Oh, okay, he's chilling, so let's hang out," like. But if you say you're working, which is what I said, I was like, "Oh no, I'm busy. I'm working." Um, I couldn't really hear his response, but you know, the line just kind of broke, or he hung up, and um, he might have heard me, he might have not, but he didn't call me back, and I was like, all right, well, it's bound to happen. And he's one of those friends who's like, if we did hang out, like, it's always just smoking up. It's always just wasting time, I guess. I mean, he's one of those guys. If I say, he has a good job, he has everything he wants in his view, but he doesn't really. When you're high and stuff, and you're on this high horse, you kind of just don't give a fuck about other people. Like, I'm telling him I'm into politics. I'm telling him like, oh, like I like doing research into these controversial subjects, and he's like, oh, those aren't interesting. Those aren't. It's whack. It's dumb. It's like he just doesn't care about it. He just wants to get high with me, and it's like like I appreciate that much, but you should at least um should at least fucking take interest in what I'm doing. If and it's like we're hanging out here at my house, like I can't, like you can't just put down your little ego a little bit and just say, oh, that's pretty cool, that's I can fuck with that, but nah, it's just that's whack. That's whack. Like honestly, dude, I'm gonna upload this video and send it to you. Like my channel right now has no views or whatever. I've uploaded. Um, I've uploaded. My fucking phone just went on randomly. Are they listening to me? Anyways, my phone just. I mean, I'm just trying to change. I'm trying to just get on a better one. And day 6, man. Tomorrow. Uh, It's June 5th, yeah, so I guess we're on day 7 now. And day 7 being the number of God, create the earth 7 days, today would be the 7th day. If I can get to today, that's official. God's on my side. I could have easily just said, yeah, let's hang out, and then boom, 5 days or 6 days of sober, and then back to the darkness, the sunken place. And I'm not saying that smoking weed is bad, but if you were like me and you were smoking every day and you just, I still had jobs. I still thought like I was contributing to society, but because I would still continue to look into things and do research and do stuff. But honestly, like it's it was all a show. Like it's like I can't really explain it. It's like you're doing stuff, but you're not really aware you're doing stuff. When you're high, you're just doing it mostly out of instinct. Um, versus right now, I can really like, I don't know, just it is different. That's why when I first started out, it's like feel like I'm still doing sort of the same things I would be doing if I were smoking, but now I'm in like a more sharper mental state. Like I can more, I don't know, calculate my moves, I guess. Like I still have a lot to go. It's only been 6 days. Like who knows what it'll be like after 10 days, after 20 days. I'm thinking by like day 30, I should just be I should be doing a whole bunch of stuff. Like I'm slowly rebuilding my life, like from not smoking all the time or not being high all the time, taking my dog out for walks more often. I'm connecting with my mom a whole lot more. That's probably the most invaluable positive that's come out of this so far. Is just me and my mom are just like on point. We're just like, we're not arguing. And when we do have these sort of like, friction of like, oh, she says something I didn't like, or, I feel like she was insulting me, I can instantly just drop it. I can just totally drop it right now versus if I were high or something, I would rummage over it so much, get mad, like, start a fight. I don't want to break her heart anymore. It's already been 7, 8 years of that. From the moment she knew that, because I'm a pretty honest guy, I'm pretty straightforward. That's why, you know, um, I really want to tell people what I think, but um, yeah, the moment my mom found out, because I wasn't even trying to hide it that I was smoking, it was probably just downhill for her from there. In all honesty, it was probably like just death every day, just depression, and like 8 years of that, 8 years of torture, to be honest, to be completely honest. And I'm the most selfish person in the world for that, and that's the only reason why I'm saying I'm never gonna smoke again. From someone who smoked every day for 7 to 8 years to now, like I went cold turkey, I'm going cold turkey, I'm just not gonna touch anymore. I'm gonna focus on bigger things. I'm gonna focus on global events and how I can contribute back to the world and be a public servant. That's what I really want to do. That's what I'm focused on. And like I'm sorry that I'm not gonna be hanging out with my old friends anymore. Maybe in the future, if I feel like it's okay for me to maybe, you know, I don't know. It's hard to say at this point. It really is. I just really want to get past this 50-day milestone. That's my only focus right now, and to get a job and to freaking undo all the tangles and knots I've created in the past 8 years. My grandma passed away during this time, and before she passed away, she was like that. She was someone I relied on for money for weed, and she was a 92, 93-year-old grandma who just, the money she got was from her social security and from a little bit that my dad gave her, and I would ask her for money to buy weed because I felt like I asked my mom too much, and I don't want to ask my dad. And this, at the time I justified it by saying, oh, I'm gonna go buy edibles. I only got her one sample of edibles one time that she actually ate. She ate it. She ate that sample, and she really liked it. I felt like that euphoria come out of her, but it only lasts like 5 seconds, really, and it's pitiful. It's really pitiful. It's petty. It's shameful. It's dishonorable. I'm gonna have to answer for all of that when I die, and I'm ready to do it. Before I do that, I'm gonna make sure that the rest of my life is lived accordingly to the righteous, to as pure as possible, so that if I do ever have to answer to God, I can say, well, it was really stupid. I have nothing to say. I can only say how I changed from it. That's all I got. I'm not gonna say it was right in any way, because it wasn't. There's no reason to be asking a grandma who's about to die for fucking money to buy weed when she knows that to her it's just as bad as it is to my mom. And I didn't even use the money to buy. I told her I was gonna buy edibles for her, and I did one time, and I ended up eating it. Like she was dying, and she said, "Oh, like you don't have money. Like here's my last $20." And then she said, like, that sample of edibles you brought me, like, can you buy more? Like, can you buy more? And I said, yeah, I can. That's what I'm gonna do. And I bought, big edible, and I didn't even get to give it to her. I just ate it myself. That's how much of a crappy person I am. And that's why I probably do deserve to go to hell, in all honesty. And I'm never gonna live it down. So I'm just gonna stop here.